everyone, I'm Jonathan and welcome to my channel, Jonathan's Diamond Painting and Stuff. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're coming back to me, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you here. So this is the fourth video in a series of videos I'm doing on my progress updates for the UK Famalong, #Famalong UK event being run by the DAC Fans UK Facebook group. Briefly saying it's a fantasy and mystical theme of a Diamond Art Club kit. Go on to DAC Fans UK Facebook group just to find out more information. Okay, so and I'll link that below. I will pan over the image in a minute, but just so you're aware, I've actually filmed this out of order. I forgot to do the pan before I got it onto my desk, so rather than get it all up there again, I'll do that after, so you'll see a little bit of what I've done today in the pan, so just so you're not confused. Sorry about that. Yes, so anyway, I have had quite a lot of progress. Well, for me, anyway, in the last week. I'm still on track, although I think I need to do 2 squares on one day because I didn't take it to my sister's with me like I thought I would. It was just a bit too bulky and wieldy, you know, so I just like thought, oh no, I'll just, I took a little paint gem kit with the Rainbow Edition, which, although I haven't done an unboxing or kitting up for that, I will show you the progress of that in due course, okay? Yeah, it's just a bit much packing all this away and packing all my drills away and all my trays and everything, you know, so I just thought it was a bit too much for me to contemplate, so I just went with a little tiny set of kits instead. So yeah, so I've done a whole row and another 2 sections, so about the 6 to 7 sections in a week, so that's pretty good for me. Yeah, it's really coming together. I am still absolutely loving this kit. I'm starting to see more elements of this lovely Victorian-like mansion with the snowy details, and you can feel like the heats in the fireplaces inside are kind of half melting the snow on the rooftops, and this is an old building, so it wouldn't have insulation like today, you know, and everything. So yeah, it's really cool to see all those cool little details. There's a few more use of fairy dust. I will point these out in a second, before I zoom right into the section I'm working on, and then we'll have a little chat. So, as I say, without much ado, I'll switch the camera and we'll get in a bit closer, and then we'll have a chat. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so before I turn the light board on, just go over the sections I've covered in the last week. So you can see we've got the bottom of this chimney here, and then we've got like a kind of peak of one of these roofs jutting out. Like I said about the snow melting through, so sorry, to give it like that element of it, of the heat that must be radiating out these glowing windows. Good use of ABs in the windows, you know, just to give that shimmer of light, and just some white ABs on the very edge of the... Actually, I'm trying to think if they are white or if... Yes, they are actually... struggling to think what colour that actually is. It's 125, and to the naked eye, the backs look like a mint green. Yeah, but the front is more of the white, so it's like kind of an off-white. It doesn't look mint green when you put it down on the canvas, but I guess it's just that kind of duller white, not the blaring white of the normal classic 141, you know. And these are yellow ABs, like kind of lemon yellow, and that is number 129. And of course, you've got the fairy dust. Can you see that on here? Just, yeah. So just in here, so a little tiny reef, but because it's viewed from the side, obviously you've got that element of depth here as well. And I love the use of some stripes here to just simulate that side of the building in a more shaded way. Yeah, so, but like I've always said, this doesn't look as good at this element of zoom as it does once you put it on the walls. So I did the pan for that, you know, just so that you can get an idea for, you know, what it actually looks like when you step that crucial bit back. Okay, so right, so I'm just going to get myself ready and do some diamond painting. Just going to turn the light board on now. There we go. Can you see? Okay, I'm just going to put it a bit duller so to enable you to see a little bit more. Oh, sorry, it's the wrong way around, isn't it? There you go. Yeah, so sorry, I have to have a light board on for a project like this. I can't not. And I'm just going to show you a couple of things. So, of course, I'm working with my trusty Admiral Zest trays. These are the small and the regular size of the limited edition for September. I think you can still get these throughout September. I'm not sure when they're retiring these. It's just the colour. And then my space grey, which was, I think that was a limited edition for August. I do love these trays. They work so well. And my funnel from Art Dot. I've got my big one, but there's quite a bit of confetti in this section, so I don't think I'll be using this one today. That's my mega tray in the green, mint green, and they don't actually sell those in the limited edition ranges yet. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show you was this. So this is something I've actually designed, and I am thinking about selling these. I'm just in the beginning progress of designing and working out how exactly to do this. But this is what I'm going to use for basically protecting my canvas, because I like the idea of like the silicone mats to put your drill tray on, so you're not damaging the drills when you put the drill tray. You know, if you want to drag it around, you're not worried about scratching them or anything. I'm just a bit, you know, pedantic like that, but I don't think it's a bad thing in this regard. So I wanted something that I could just put on the canvas, and I'm not worried about it. This fits. Just a second to just get so you can see properly. This fits several of the Admiral Zest trays, and it also fits like the large Art Dot trays, and also the Admiral Zest tray will go on it, and of course it's peeking over, but you wouldn't want it with that depth, because I just don't think many people will have the working space beyond this sort of size. This is, I think it's around about 12 inches by 7 inches. Yeah, just a second, I'll get tape measure, just so we are about, yeah, just about 12 by 7. Yeah, it has a piped edge, which just to help keep these trays on a little bit more, and it just has a nicer edge. This is a prototype though. This isn't like going to be the final, because these fabrics are a bit rubbishy. yeah, so I'm just in the process. I thought about embedding some magnets inside, and then you can have a magnet underneath your canvas, and then that will stop it moving around. But to be honest, it is also helpful to have it able to move, because you can move it around quite well when you're moving your drill trays, depending where you're diamond painting. Of course, this is only useful if you diamond paint flat like I do. It wouldn't be very useful for if you're diamond painting on an easel. Because if you tend to hold the drill tray in your hand when that's the case. I'm trying to work out the legalistics of these designing these, because I have lots of quilting fabrics, but I might not be able to use those and sell them, because they're often licensed designs. So I'm just working all that out and everything, and but hopefully I will start an Etsy store soon. But if you like that idea and you think that was something for you, just let me know in the comments, and or if you think it's a rubbish idea and why on earth did I come up with that, let me know that too. I'm open to any kind of feedback. But yeah, but I've had a few people on the DAC Fans UK group in our little chat say that it would be something they'd be interested in, and it was quite a small group, so that was encouraging to me. So I'm going to continue with it, but you know, more or less, it was actually something that I thought would be useful to me. So I just thought, you know, yeah, why not? You know, I'm just I'm gonna go for it, you know. So that's a little pet project, and it got me to get my sewing machine out and everything, and had a play with it. And me and Sarah's had a really good time designing it and everything, you know. So it's quite cool to get my creative juices flowing a little bit, because I love diamond painting, but it's not. I'm not terribly creative while I'm doing it. I'm like creating somebody else's artwork, which is lovely, and I find that so mindful. But every now and then, I just want to create my own thing, you know, and just go for it. And I'm so happy I'm doing that again, actually. So, yes, so stay tuned for more. Okay, so just move that aside. Let's put you in front here. Right, I'm just going to zoom the camera in now. Also, I have got on the bandwagon with these. I'm just checking you can... Oh. Just checking you can see that. Yeah. I've ordered more, so I'll let you know how all that goes and everything. But I use them on and off. If it's a tiny bit of section in, I will use them. But I'm just getting annoyed not having enough boxes. You know, if I've got a tiny section, I thought, oh, I wish I could have it in that, you know, that colour in that. But obviously, I don't have enough boxes at the moment to do that. So a little bit frustrating when that happens, but it's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to work on this little bit of confetti to begin with. Well, it's all confetti, but I'm just going to work on this right-hand section for now. Okay, I'm just going to start with some of these Ys, I think. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so this week I had a break from counselling because my counsellor is on holiday. So I don't really have anything to talk about that this week, you know, but there's plenty of other things that have happened. Yeah, so that was quite nice, you know, just to have a little break, you know, and but I mean, nothing else has really changed I'm slowly improving, I guess, but you know, it's still a very slow process, and I'm very much not ready to go back to work just yet. Oh, I had lunch with my boss, which was nice. Well, my line manager, and he's very, very, very down to earth and lovely, and we get on really well, and so that is absolutely great. Yeah, so that was nice, and we just caught up, really. He made it clear to me not to come back until I was ready, and he didn't say it in so many words, but I think the work has been relentless since I went, so I'm just like not really... I don't feel like rushing back when I'm in half a mind whether I'm ready or not. I really have to be completely ready, you know, so yeah. But I did get a telephone call from a sorry, not a telephone call, a text message from one of the other district nurses who I get on with really, really well, and she said, she said, "Oh, how are you?" and everything, and that they're having a do for one of the nurses that's turning 65. So I thought, oh, okay, and she said, if you're up to it, I'd love for you to come. So anyway, so I said, okay, I will come. I just thought, I've got to get, excuse my head, this one's a bit difficult placement. Yeah, so I thought, well, that'd be a good opportunity to see some of my work colleagues again, and maybe just go back to the work environment without actually having the stress of actually having to do the job, and see my colleagues and just, I guess, see how I feel really with everything, so I thought that's really good opportunity, so I'm going to take that and do that, so yeah, and just, yeah, so it's a struggle, but hopefully I'll get there. I'm trying to think about what I'm going to do. I mean, what I'm going to make, to take there. I'm thinking about baking a cake, probably a Victoria sponge, because they're nice and easy, but I don't know. I just, I had a time when Victoria sponge would never go wrong for me, and it was the perfect cake for me, and it was beautifully moist and perfect and risen. But then I had a period of them just always going wrong, and I don't know exactly why either. So yeah, so I'm just in two minds whether to do that or just to go with my classic and do a tea loaf or something. But anyway, we'll see. I'll think of what I want to do. But yeah, so that was that. But I guess the biggest thing that's happened this week is I had my first stint of babysitting for my nephew, Alex. Now, it's not my first stint of looking after a baby, because my other sister, Katie, has had two nephews who they are not in my lives for reasons I can't go into right now. But yeah, yeah. So I'm used to it, kind of, in a way. But my sister is very amazing, and she's just so good at knowing everything. I got a 6-page document basically going through everything I needed to know to look after Alex, and it was actually, and she said, "Oh, this must be really overwhelming," but actually it was really bloody useful, to be honest. Sorry, excuse my French. So yeah, so I was really, really pleased with that. It included magic stop crying methods, so excuse me, that was my watch just going off. Yeah, so I was really pleased with that, and it did make my day a lot easier. And I went the night before and had dinner with her husband, Tim, and that gave me an unusual opportunity to bond with my brother-in-law, which I don't really usually get without my sister being there. So that was nice. Yeah, and yeah, it was a nice trip. So, but yeah, because my sister and her husband are musicians, and they and he manages a consort. So basically like an organisation that does concerts, and the music. So basically, he has to manage this concert near where they are, and they're basically both gone for most of the day because Lizzie sings in the concert as well. So it's a bit of a struggle, they have to have someone to look after the baby. So yeah, so I was there on my own for about, was it 14 hours ish, I think, from about 9ish in the morning to about 11 o'clock when they got back. So it was, yeah, it was enjoyable, actually spending that time with my nephew. And some of my sister and her husband's friends, who live nearby. This is one of the reasons they moved to where they did. Um, they were nearby, and they popped this. They texted me and said, "Oh, do you want us to pop round and we can go out for a bit?" And I thought that was really nice. And we had lunch at a nice cafe, and they brought their little daughter along, and yeah, so that was a nice break in the day, let's say. But it's all balancing really at that age, because he's about between 7 and 8 months, my nephew. So he's basically transitioning between 2 and 3 naps a day, and just getting. And I think actually he had a nap when he wasn't supposed to in the pram while he was out, but obviously that tends to put a lot of babies to sleep. So I was going to not count that as a nap, but then Lizzie was in contact with me most of the day because she wasn't actually singing most of the day. So, and then saying, "Oh no, no, count that as a nap." And then so I actually ended up getting into bed earlier than I thought we would, because his naps are a bit out of sync. But it did mean I had to feed him. I had to feed him a bottle, give him his tea, and feed him another bottle within a period of about 3 hours. So it was pushing it, really getting that all done. But then he went down. So he went down quite well at night, and he slept all night until about 5:30 when he woke up babbling, but he was okay, and then he actually didn't wake up properly till about 6, I think, which is normal for him, but he's quite good at sleeping through, and he's good at going down for his naps, but it was just a lovely, lovely time to actually spend that time with my nephew, and just develop that bond, which I hope will carry on throughout the whole of the whole of my life, I guess. But oh God, it's weird thinking of it like that, isn't it? But yeah, yeah. So yeah, it was lovely, and I was talking to Lizzie about all the diamond paintings I want to do, and how I'm buying him for Christmas some of the Draglings books. I just added them to my order on Saturday, which I'll talk about in a minute. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do those Ys over there just yet. I think I'm gonna concentrate on this bit, because otherwise I'm going over too much at the moment. So yeah, just thinking if anything else happened while I was there. Nothing much, actually. Everything pretty well to plan, to be honest. It was still a long day, and I didn't have much time for myself. I'd spent the whole day trying to do the same row of crochet, for instance, even when I was on a, when he was down for his naps and everything, So it just time just went, So. But anyone that's got young children will appreciate that, I'm sure. I did actually stick him in front of a telly watching Miss Rachel, just so I could get a few dishes done while I kept peeking to make sure he was okay. But he loves that. That's like for anyone that doesn't know, she's a YouTuber who is excellent at talking to babies. Not in a baby talk sort of way. She's very, very good. In talking in a way that they can understand better, and she does a lot of learning videos as well, crucial development videos at certain times for the child, so she's it's a very good YouTube channel, and she's very engaging, and Alex really, really likes her, and he's very, very engaged when he's watching her. Yeah, so for anyone with young children, that is very, very good. Yeah, but I only used that for about 20 minutes over the whole day. I didn't want to overdo it. Yeah, so the rest was spent like playing with him, or or just watching him play with his toys. He likes rattly toys at the moment, or toys that ring. He loves phones. Because I think he likes swiping them. So, and he loves my watch as well. I just got a new watch as well that stays on more and is a bit brighter. And he saw that that could act in a very similar way to the phone. So yeah. But yeah, he's absolutely adorable. I love him so much, and I only have to look at him sometimes, and he has this biggest grin on his face. It's just wonderful. I love I love that. That have that effect on him, I guess, and yeah. So and for reasons, like I said, I can't say. I don't have, unfortunately, I don't have that relationship with my other nephew. So, but I have it with this one, and it is absolutely fantastic, and I love it. So yeah, that was wonderful. And my sister, I think there's some more concert dates where I could babysit, but she's very keen. So, oh no, just you don't have to come only when you babysit. You can come anytime. So I'm gonna have to get better at trying to organise things like that. It's just, so explaining to her, it's very anxiety inducing sometimes when I have to come and do something. So, and she said, did I want her to just like make the plan out of sync, sorry, just like very short notice, would I prefer that? And I said, I'm not sure either, because I do make a lot of plans with Sarah, so it's really hard, to work out how, because I've changed so much in the way I deal with things, I guess. I'm a lot less resilient, I guess, but I'm learning that that's okay, that I don't have to, be resilient like that to make things work for me. If I want to be a bit more recluse, I guess, and stay home a bit more, that's okay. So, but it's just working out how to work that with my sister and my nephew, because let's face it, apart from Sarah, my bestie, that will be a lot of my social engagement. So it has to be something that works. I guess at this point in the proceedings, I could talk about new releases. So we've just had, as you're probably aware, the Halloween release weekend. So a lot of big Halloween releases have just come out, and as you all know, I've been waiting for absolutely ages for the Randal Spangler Trick or Treat house, and so it was finally here this week. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a mixed emotion at the moment. I've bought it because I've been waiting so long for it. But I discussed it with some of my close friends that I diamond paint. Well, the close diamond painting friends. And unfortunately, we do feel that the render isn't as good as it could be. So looking at it is a little bit disappointing. But I bought it because I want to see it for myself. I want to assess it for myself. I want to do the unboxing myself. So I will be doing a Halloween special double unboxing, because I also bought another haunted house. I think it's just called Haunted House by an artist called Donna Gelsinger. Or Gelsinger. I'm not sure how you pronounce that exactly. And I think she's an established artist on that's licensed with DAC already, and she's done a few other pieces. Cat's Diamond Painting, my one of my YouTubing colleagues, has done a sneak peek for it, so do pop over to her channel and show her some love, and watch her sneak peek if you haven't already. But I will be doing an unboxing of sorts. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but I'll unbox both of them and give you my reaction at the very least, and I'll give you my proper assessment of what I think of the Spangler house. It is different to all the others, because the others are in a season sort of thing, and for a while we all thought that was kind of the autumn version, but actually there is an Autumn Magic house, which I am imagining they will release on the Black Friday weekend. But I'm not certain. I've not done a Black Friday yet, but I think similar to the anniversary sale when they brought Home is Where the Magic is out, I think that will probably happen with Black Friday, and they'll bring out the Autumn Magic house, because I think that one's been voted on as well. Oh, excuse me, I've got a dodgy drill. Yeah, so, oh, apologies, talking about Kat a second ago, I am using her putty again, and I've not had to change it for a little while, which is good, and it's her treat scent for the Halloween, oh no, it's not, sorry, apologies, it's her pumpkin pecan waffles scent, which is absolutely divine. I love that scent, you know, so yeah, it's absolutely brilliant, so good. And smells exactly as it says on the tin, really. Oh, am I going to do these or not? Oh, let's go for it. For that. Yeah, so... yeah. So I'll be doing an unboxing for those when they arrive, but it won't be for about a week or so. So it'll probably be next week that happens at some point. But this week... I will be doing the Dragon Brigade, which is the longest canvas that DAC have ever released, if you count width-wise as a length. Yeah, so I'm gonna enlist Sarah again to help me with that one, because it's so big, you know, just doing a video like that all on my own will be a bit difficult. So now I am trying a trick that Diamonds and Washi has done, that one of my friends utilizes a lot, which is trying to see, I'm just not very good at it yet, but I'm trying to practice, because it makes your placement a bit quicker, and that's just placing single drills with the multiplacer. So you load them up with multiple drills like you would normally, and then you just place them after each other at an angle, so you're not placing them all on the canvas at once. Yeah, so I'm getting better, but it's a hard skill to learn. And you can also place them, and then if you've got like a bunch, oh, excuse me, I just need to flatten out this wax. If you've got a bunch of them, you can place a couple of them somewhere else, you know, and then just single place the rest, that sort of thing, you know. But it is a process learning how to do something like that, so yeah. But yeah, I'm learning, and I was very against it to begin with, but I'm trying my very best, because I want to become quicker at this craft, you know, because I think I am ridiculously slow at the moment, and I want to get through my stash. There's so many things I want to diamond paint, you know, and I want to enjoy it as well, but I am enjoying it, you know, so... you know, I want to get through it and get through some of the other things I really want to work on, you know, so, yeah. Let's place that one, and place that one. We got any freeze? Yes, we've got a freeze there, excuse my head. So when I say excuse my head, it's because I think I'm covering the camera, but if I'm not, I'm just a mad person. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, but all these tips and tricks do help. I did start using one of my new multi-placers, the 8 placer, as a way to work up to the 12 eventually. But to be honest, I know I've got these long runs at the moment, but in general, I find my 7 for this amount of confetti is a lot better than my 8 was, because it was just, most of the placer wasn't being utilised most of the time, so I thought I'd just go back to the 6 for now, while I just got such small amounts of placement. And then when I've got some big blocks of colour, I'll swap out my placer again. looking forward to getting a new pen from Crafted Makes. Stephen, who does them for me, he's doing me a custom pen because my last pen, the one with the crayons in, coloured pencils, was too big for me, unfortunately. It was a lovely pen, but it was just too big for my hand. I have quite small hands, so I just it just didn't work for me. I got an aching wrist after using it for a few minutes, so I knew it wasn't for me. So I sold it on to somebody that really appreciated it, you know. So, but I spoke to him and said I really want a much thinner pen, but I wanted the coloured pencils again. So he's doing me a custom one which has a brass core. So it's like a tube of brass in the middle, and that will hopefully give it stability. Oh, sorry, I've got a rogue drill there again. Yeah, a bit of stability to enable him to turn it thinner than he would be able to usually without the resin breaking. So I'm just waiting for him to finish all that, and I should be receiving it quite soon. So again, when that comes, I will review that and show you what that's like and everything. So yeah, really looking forward to that. So I'm just going to shake these drills. So last week I wasn't able to do my movie review because, why was that? Oh yeah, because I forgot. Yeah, so I reviewed well, I was going to review Lady and the Tramp, and I did sing a little bit from it, Bella Not. I won't sing it again, but you know, that it's I just thought I would review what that film was like. So I absolutely love the original Lady and the Tramp. It's such an iconic, amazing film. It has many iconic moments. And while I enjoyed the new live-action remake, like a lot of these remakes, it didn't quite replicate the charm of the original. I mean, the dogs were brilliant, and I think it was probably I've not looked it up, but I think it was a mix between real and fake. Well, CGI dogs, I think, based on what they could do. I mean, I know the cats, I mean, that was one of my major complaints about it, was that the Siamese cats were not Siamese. They didn't have the Siamese cat song, which I think is an iconic part of the original film. And they looked like an abomination. I mean, they looked absolutely awful. Some of the worst CGI I've seen in a long time, you know. And, I mean, I don't like the fact that cats are just put down and, you know, it always have to be evil in films, but I mean, this was ridiculous, you know. I mean, we've accepted the Siamese cats, and Siamese are well known for being a bit cranky and mean and everything, and quite difficult cats, you know, so it did fit in with the character and the song. So I don't know what made them change that, you know. It wasn't even clear what breed they were, really, to be honest, but it was very, very bizarre whoever made that choice, you know. But anyway, yeah, so they did it, you know, and it was only for a small section, and yeah, just some like little tiny plot deviations. There was no I'm just trying to think how much to give away, but then most people will have seen the original, so there was no beaver in the new one, you know, which I thought was, you know, that I thought his voice was pretty funny, like, "Say, that's swell," you know, that sort of thing. But, you know, I thought it was really funny and part of the original film. But a lot of these remakes, a lot of the humour that would go into a cartoon, I guess falls a little bit flat when it's live action, so they have to be a bit more realistic with it. So I guess like some of these things happen. But I just loved the bit with the beaver in the original. I just thought it was, you know, an apologist at a bad accent, you know, I'm rubbish at voices, as Sarah will attest to. But yeah, it had a lot of the original messages though, and it was beautiful in the way ladies owners don't abandon her despite the baby, you know, and they invite her, not only her but the tramp, into their house at the end, you know. So it is a beautiful film, you know. So I will put a spoiler warning, I think, at the beginning of my review, in case you've not seen the original Lady and the Tramp, you know. But and there were certain scenes with the trustee, the dog, big dog next door, which I thought, there's a scene towards the end of the original film which was so emotional to me, you know, where he kind of gets his sense of smell back when the tramp's life is at stake, you know. So it was, you know, amazingly emotional and emotive in the original film, and I felt that was a bit flat in the new one. Yeah, but all in all, it was a good remake, and it was good for people that haven't seen the cartoon or don't like watching cartoons, you know. Oh, and also I forgot, there was a bit of a twist to it, because the couple was a lot more diverse in the new one. So I thought that was a welcome change. You know, so that was brilliant, more representative, I think, than the all-white American suburbia, you know, that was more represented in the 40s or 50s when that film originally came out, you know. So they're moving with the times as well, so I thought that was really good. But yeah, so enjoyable film, but not as good as the original. But I want to rewatch the original and see if it still stands up, because I've not seen it for many, many years. But, you know, it's one of those things, isn't it? You don't get round to watching these things. Really enjoying Buffy still. I'm on the second season now, just. I mean, that's a series that always stands up to the test of time to me. I mean, I know it's of its time with all the school stuff and everything, but yeah, with the attitudes and, you know, there's anyone that's a little bit different, you know, it's a really good series, you know. But I do enjoy that a lot. But yeah, I wonder if, for anyone that knows Buffy, we just got the entrance of Spike, one of the most loved vampires in the series, I think. He's a real bad boy type, but it's played absolutely masterfully by James Masters, and I would never have believed that he was American until I heard him in the back scene, you know, specials, you know, because he's an American doing a very, very good British accent. So I thought, oh my god, can't believe that, you know. So, but yeah, that's very good. But yeah, like I said, it's my comfort show. I really enjoy it. And then we're heading for a bit of a stressful season because it's season 2 and some very, very pivotal things happen. But I won't go into it anymore because you might not have seen it. And if you haven't, you really should. But if you're into those sorts of supernatural TV shows anyway. Just going to check my list to make sure I've talked about everything. Okay, so there's a little bit happens with my cats. Well, Guybrush, the short-haired of Tabby that we he had his checkup a few weeks ago. Well, a little while ago anyway. And he had a problem with one of his teeth that needed to be removed. It basically was very, very inflamed at the base, and yeah, the dentist, the vet said it needed to come out. So yeah, we booked him in. They said it wasn't urgent, so we were going on holiday and everything. So we booked him in when we got back, and for all regards, he was the model patient apparently, which is quite surprising because Guybrush is usually the bit more feeble of the two brothers. You know, he stays in the house most of the time, and doesn't like going out. Very, very lazy, gains a bit of weight, you know, so wouldn't defend himself in a fight really. So yeah, he's a bit pathetic, but We love him. So we were quite surprised, you know, how good he was, and they said he was a bit of a hussy actually. So really enjoying all the attention, but yeah. But everything went well. He's on antibiotics. He's on anti-inflammatories. They did a 3-day checkup, and everything was fine. They said perfect model patient, no issues. We would have done another 2 checkups, but to be honest, he's fine. So yeah, and he's still okay at the moment. So yeah, so that was a relief. His brother Justin has had quite a lot going on with him recently. He's he had this problem with blood in his stools, and we didn't know what was causing it at all, and we took him to the vets a couple of times, and we did loads of stool samples, and yeah, we just could not figure out what was going on with him. So in the end, we went back to the vets, and they said, I think we need to get diagnosis of this, and so yeah, I think we do. So they referred him to a vet hospital, and yeah, he went to a vet hospital. He had loads of investigations, and I think they did an ultrasound to begin with, and that didn't show anything really. So in the end, they went to the full colonoscopy. We have insurance, so you know everything was covered, but they didn't find anything. You know, everything was ruled out, so it was just put down to his diet. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So at the moment he does get them still, but it's quite well managed, and he's on a special diet which is meant to be better for it. So hopefully, that'll be it with him. I mean, the hospital wanted him to have ultrasound every 6 months, but we kind of said to the vet, he's happy, he's going out, he's his normal self, there's no indications of any issues at the moment, so unless he, you know, has any issues, we don't really want to do that, because he'll just have he'll continuously have a half a shaved coat, and he's a very long-haired cat as well, so it takes him a long time to grow it back. And with him going out and everything, you know, so especially in the winter months, we would rather he had his protective coat, if the tests aren't necessary, you know. So yeah, but they're both doing well at the moment, so we're really pleased, you know, with their progress, and we're happy for them at the moment. They're desperately waiting for the date when we turn on the heated blankets, I'm sure. Because we have these little heated blankets that go on their chairs, and they go on their chairs no problem, you know, that time of the year, you know, because they're lovely and warm. And I mean, they're not over warm, you know, but obviously warm enough for our heat-seeking cats to seek them out, you know, they know when they're on. So yeah, but and I just love this time of year, you know, autumn, the fall, whatever you want to call it. I had an argument with my bestie Sarah and Alan, because I actually prefer the word fall to autumn, but you know, they thought it was a really simplification, you know, but I like it, you know, I like that word. I don't know why, it just has a more evocative feel to me, but than autumn. But anyway, they like autumn because you can say autumnal, but so yeah. Oh, before I go, a bit of news. So, one of my other YouTube colleagues, Lisa, Diamond Painting with Lisa, she has quite a close relationship with Diamond Art Studio. That is another company. It's quite a small company in the UK that sell high quality diamond painting kits. I mean, the drills aren't made in house like they are at Diamond Art Club, but they work really hard to make amazing kits, and they did recently bring out Outside the Sweet Shop, which is a kind of a painting of the sweet shop in the rain, and it has 197 colours in it. So that is a project and a half, which I'm thinking about asking my husband to get me for Christmas. And Cat's Diamond Painting has it already, I think, and I think Claire at Diamond Painting Nerd might have it as well. So yeah, so that that is a very big project and a half. But anyway, I digress. They're doing something that has never been done before, and I'm just telling you, rather than doing another. Well, I'm going to get the kit tomorrow, hopefully, because the pre-order's open. But I thought I'd tell you it now so you have the opportunity to go for this as well or be aware of it. So it's basically a Christmas advent calendar kit, and it will come with a blank canvas. So basically, this has never been done by anyone, as far as I know. The closest you'll get is the Heaven and Earth Designs patterns, where you diamond paint by number. So you have that blank grid, and so each day of the 25 days leading up to Christmas, you have a little brown envelope, and you open it, and that is your pattern for the day. And you literally have to, like a cross stitch pattern, you have to diamond paint by numbers, so referring to the pattern. And so it'll be a complete surprise every day. They are asking on their socials to not publicise or share the picture once you've done it until the day after the day itself, so people have a chance to be surprised. I think Diamond Art Studio on their Facebook page will have a post where you can post your pictures as well. But I just thought it was an amazing opportunity to do something a little bit different and have a new challenge. I love being challenged at the moment, so yeah, and diamond painting is bringing me so much help with my mental health that, yeah, I thought that was a really, really ingenious thing. So, so anyway, I'm definitely going to do that. They are being released tomorrow at 4 p.m. UK time. So look up that whatever time it is in your part of the world. And that's a pre-order. So there'll be pre-order opening then, and I do believe Diamond Art Studio want as many people to have access to this kit as possible. They are mass producing the drills because normally they hand pick the drills, into the little sealable baggies, but these are coming in the mass produced heat sealed bags because of the amount that they are ordering. And so they've ordered loads of these. They're expecting it to be very popular. Already, I think Diamond Painting with Lisa's done a preview video, so check that out. Admiral Zesta's done a preview video, and Diamonds and Washi has done a preview video as well. So yeah, just maybe check out all those channels if you're more interested to see exactly what. I think when I get mine, I will do an unboxing and a kitting up ready for the event to start. So, and I plan to be doing that throughout December. I'm trying to work out exactly how I'm going to organise the content. I don't want to bore all of you if you're not interested in that by doing daily videos, so I might group them into a few days at a time. Or maybe do a weekly progress update like I've always done. So I'll just have to see when I get nearer to the time. Please feel free to give me your comments on how you would prefer that I organise that. Is it something you'd be interested in following? Has that been useful information to know? Did you not know about that yet? But yeah, I'm so excited about that because I absolutely adore Christmas time. It is my favourite time of the year. And I think actually as an adult, I think the time leading up to Christmas is probably more special to me than the time at Christmas itself, because I love doing all these little Advent things and opening Advent boxes and building my Christmas Lego, so it's so exciting to me as an adult. I feel like actually I can enjoy more time over the Christmas because I not only enjoy Christmas itself, but I enjoy the time coming up to it, if not more. So yeah, it's an amazing time of the year for me, so I really, really enjoy it. So please, if you're interested in that, check out Diamond Art Studio's website tomorrow at 4 p.m, and they should be going live if you're interested. Okay, so that's all from me today. I'm just going to carry on plodding on with this. I know I'm slow, but I get there in the end. And I will see you for Dragon Brigade unboxing next week. And then I'll be here again for my normal progress update on Friday or Saturday. Okay? As always, it's been lovely to talk to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.